All right, welcome back. I'm back with Dan Durkin from Durkin Tree Service. We just watched that Christmas tree little exhibition there. That was really something, but that just doesn't take place indoors. That can happen outdoors if your tree's half dead, can it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As we go through drought seasons and different times of the year, we'll have peak rain season, so that tree is sucking up a lot of water. But these pine trees and these conifers are very drought resistant, and so they store water throughout the year. But that doesn't mean they're not. You can burn a green thing; it doesn't matter.
Tell us though, if a tree what do you look for if it is kind of deadish on your property?
You can look for different signs, yellowing of the needles. The fir trees, they tend to die from the top down. Pine trees, every tree, as the tree grows up and the branches spread out, those lower branches will tend to die off. And that is perfect fuel for ladder fuels. You have a little tree growing up into those dead branches of a bigger tree, that'll just go right up, and then canopy-driven fires.
Wow, that is crazy. So we were talking about tree species earlier. I mean, I know Tahoe was clear-cut back in the day, and then which was the tree that was the dominant tree that grew back in? I can't remember.
Jeffrey pine is our dominant tree up here.
Right.
There's a small area over on Incline that has ponderosa pine. You'll find them very seldom up here. They're more of a down in the foothills kind of a tree. We have a lot of white firs. They're native here, but they're shade tolerant, so we find them growing behind other trees in shady areas. A lot of the trees up here, they need what's called scarification, which is a low intensity fire to open the seeds to allow them to grow. But those white firs, they do not need that. So they're pretty invasive, yeah.
So if someone walks out in their front yard and they need work done and they don't know what that is, what are they looking for in their yard?
Well, we're looking for what are called ladder fuels, where it's pine needles going to shrubs, going to small trees, going to medium trees, going to large trees. We want to have good spacing in between those trees. We want to see a spacing from the house to the nearest branches. I mean, even any tree within 5 feet of your house probably should go. It's affecting your foundation and water and electrical.
All right, so how do you guys get in there and clean that all up? What do you do? What would you do usually?
First step is just give us a call. We can get out there, take a look at that for you. Second step would be obtaining permits if we need them. And third step is just getting that work done. If we need cranes or climbing, or, we have a lot of different options for taking down trees.
Absolutely. And then we're talking about the after effects of that. One, you got to chip that down, and you can either haul that chip away or you can deposit it into a garden area, right?
Oh, absolutely. Gardens love it. It starts off high in acidity, but that stuff's broken down really quick, so it's a nitrogen replacer. So it adds nitrogen to the soil, which was what most growing things love.
It's funny. I just learned that from you just now, because I always thought to myself, well, that's got maybe a little too much acid in that for my garden. But how long does it usually take to break down for something like that?
I mean, we're talking like a month or two.
Really?
Yeah, it's not very long. Stump grindings, man, that stuff holds so much moisture and nutrients in it that the stump grindings, we ring our lawn around it. We put it in little bare spots, and new grass is growing through those stump grindings almost within a week.
I'm going to get some chips from you. That's it.
Yeah.
I just thought to myself, I'm going to get some chips. And as far as stump grinding goes, that's something you're not going to do with your shovel out back, man, right? You said you had a $60,000 machine?
It was, it's every little kid's dream. It's got a remote control. You can sit back in a lawn chair, but you got to be very aware, because that can do a lot of damage really quickly.
Tell people where they can go to check out Durkin Tree Service.
The first place you look is 530-306-9640. You can find us online at durkintreeservice.com, or you can shoot us an email at office@durkintreeservice.com.
There it is. Dan Durkin telling you all about the tree service. Get him over there. Check it out. We'll go from there. I appreciate you coming in, Dan.
Thanks, Rick.